Welcome back, guys. Well, here we are, week 4. This is our recap video, and today we're going to keep it a little bit short from the past weeks. This week we added one more chord to what we already know, which we know the C chord now. And if you remember how to find that, right? Remember our little saying, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? Count your fingers, 1, 2, 3. So finger 3, right? And then on the A string, 1, 2, 3. So 3 and 3. There we go. Then I strum all the strings together. And I have my C chord, right? Now, talking about fretting really quick, just to be sure that this is something that we be sure that we're doing the right way. One thing that happened in our class this week, that I noticed that some people were putting their fingers down in the right place. They were listening. They were following directions. All that's great. But the thing is, we got to understand how to make these strings really sing. So like if we're doing that C chord, if you're just kind of putting that finger over it and not pressing it down, it's going to make that weird plunking sound. You really have to press it hard. There's something I tell my students when I teach them how to play recorder. I tell them that they should have recorder wards, because I want them to play or put their fingers over the hole so tight they're sealing up to make a little bump on their finger. And it's a bump that goes away within like a matter of seconds, but it's just a way they can quickly track and see if they're sealing the holes. Well, ukulele kind of has the same principle, right? The strings are long, and when you press them down, you should be pressing them hard enough that when you look at your finger, once you take it off, then it has a line on it. You can see the line that's on my my ring finger there. That wasn't there earlier. To show you, here's the one from the other hand. It's not there on the other hand. You have to press it down that hard. And it's not extremely comfortable either. You'll get used to it, but that's how the strings have to be pressed down. Opposite of that, like with the new strings, or the new chord that we're doing today, the thing with that one is strings that aren't fretted don't need to be touched at all, okay? That's a big deal, because those strings are meant to be open, and I'll show you what I mean here. So here's our new chord, okay? And let's go ahead and get our fingers in the right place for that first. So the new chord. The new chord, does anyone remember what it was called? F, right? The F chord. So the F chord uses finger 1 on fret 1 on the E string. Okay? Finger 1, fret 1, E string. The second finger 2, fret 2, isn't that neat how that works? On the G string. And now I have a nice sounding F chord. Now why is that nice sounding? Well, like I mentioned last time, there's notes that get along really well with other strings. Or they get along well with other notes. If you have taken piano before, this might make sense to you. But if you look at a piano, there's the keys laid out, and they go in alphabetical order, and the musical alphabet only goes to G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And it keeps starting over and over and over like that. Well, here's the thing. Notes that are side by side, an F and a G, well, they're neighbors, and they kind of get on each other's nerves a little bit sometimes. So you don't always want to have those two together. You want to go to the next side. And so the go over one more note, or I should say. So F, skip G, and the alphabet starts over with A. So F, A. Let's not use B, because B is too close of a neighbor. Let's go with one more, to C. F, A, and C. Those are the notes that make up our chord. And so what we're doing when we play this chord, well, first of all, finger 1, fret 1 on the E string. Well, so now I've changed that E to an F. So now I'm playing an F there. And this string right here, I'm changing it as well. This is normally playing a G. Your G will sound a little different, but it's a G nonetheless. That's a G. Oh, I want to change that from a G because remember we said G is a little too close to that F. So I'm going to change that to an A. Well, that works. That's one of our notes, F, G, and A. Or F, A, and C, I should say. So we got A. This second string is open C. A, C, F. And what is that top string when it's open called? A. And so now I've got all the ingredients for a nice, pretty F chord. So there's that F chord there. Now notice when I'm playing, only my fingertips are touching the string. I'm not keeping my fingers flat because otherwise that would mean that my fingers would be touching that open C and my fingers would be touching that open A on the top. Well, I want those. I want those to be open. I only want to be touching the two strings, the G string and the E string. That should be the only strings that are being pressed. The other ones should be free to sing. So be sure that that's happening with your F chord. And so that's our only chord that we added this week. What I want to do is leave you with a little song, and I'll show you how to play it. And it's good for getting you to go back and forth from C to F too. And you know we're getting closer to Mother's Day, and I thought a nice song that you could sing for your mom would be "You Are My Sunshine." And so I thought that would be a great song for you to learn. And the way it works, it only uses two chords. It uses C and it uses F. And so we're going to be strumming down. I'm going to just use my pointer finger strum like we've been talking about. And I'm just going to play in groups of 8. So I'm going to go do 8 C's. So that's 8 strums. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In music, things are usually in sets of 4 or 8. And so this song is no different. It's either going to be in sets of 4 or sets of 8. So we start out with 2 sets of 8 on the C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now I'm going to do 1 set of 8 on F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch to the C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more set on the F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more C's. Then 4 more on the C. 4 F's. 4 C's. Now, I know you probably don't remember all that, but it fits the song perfectly. And what I'll do is in the description of the song, I'll write this down for you. So the description below, you will see exactly the layout for this song. It isn't very hard. I'm sure you can do this. And by Mother's Day, you'll be ready. You'll be able to do this for your mom. And she'll just be in love with it. She'll think it's great. So here we go. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. See how that... It's not that bad, really. It's not that hard. It's just 2 chords, and we've made a full song. Work on it, sing along with it, and be sure that when you're playing that you're singing along as you play. Okay? It's important for us to be able to do that because it helps us overall musically. It helps our pitch with our singing, and it helps us with our rhythm with strumming. So, anyway, you guys have a great week. I can't wait to see you next week. It's hard to believe we're over halfway done with the course now. So let's keep rolling here and be ready because next week, here comes G7. The G7 chord. Ooh, that's got 3 strings that have to be pressed down for that one. So G7 is coming. I know some of you know it. I know that like Owen Hicks, I know that he knows it. I know Dalen knows it. And I know Ben Demas knows it too. So I know that those are some of our friends that know that chord. And so you guys be ready. And those who don't know it yet, don't worry. You can do it. All right, have a great week.